Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
Good afternoon. Sean Hicks coming out here. A little midday money on a Friday, the 21st of July. Here we go. Stretch run of the month. We got like 10 days left. August is here. NFL Hall of Fame game. Jets Browns. Time flies. Time flies. Not that we're having fun because baseball go 1-2 yesterday. It is what it is. Like, subscribe, ring the bell here. Win a free picks channel. Maybe you're watching on Sean Higgs. Picks and parlays, people. Didn't have it on picks and parlays yesterday. I was late, and I knew I was going to run late. I didn't want to run into the bet win repeat show, so I just didn't load it here. As I said, be sure to check out Win a Free Picks. Same kind of stuff, but I get lost a little sometimes with the football previews. I got what, 4 up already? What do we do? American, ACC, Big 10, Big 12's up. So I should be loading up pretty soon. I'm going in order, obviously. So the next one's up will be Conference USA, MAC, Mountain West. I have one of those up over the weekend. Another one early next week. Then who's up after that? Oh, the Pac-12, SEC, and the Sun Belt will wrap things up. Not that I'll have them all up by August 1st. They'll all be up, though. College football will be up before I leave for Vegas. There on the be out there for Bet Bash. So college football will be finished. Previews all loaded on Winning Free Picks and Sean Higgs by the end of the month. If you want to watch any of those, not on a Picks and Parlays channel. Twitter, Mr. Sean Higgs, posted video picks up there. They're in the chat here as well. Podcast listeners, I appreciate you listening. Thank you for that. Listen to me after the fact. I try to keep it clean, not really cursing, going cray-cray in the video here, so you can listen around family. You know, some podcasts get a little raw, not mine. You know, you don't have to worry about me acting a fool like that. Recapping yesterday, 1 and 3 in a video. Come on, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me, Arizona? That's my July. And who am I kidding? That was also my ending of June, which is why we're having a losing baseball season. White Sox, good. Arizona couldn't get there. The Cubbies. Let me just do a little Cubby thought here. Had the Cubs yesterday all over the place. You can't score against Mats. And our guy Anthony Pando was like, hey, Cubs told Stroman and Belly, like, oh, we'll give you guys a week to see how you do. Decide if we're buyers or sellers or holding on. Yeah. It's over. It's over, Chicago. My win total ticket, garbage. My division, Cubby win Central, garbage. This season, garbage. Trade Stroman, Smiley, Talion, Belly, Hap. Trade them all. Wisdom. Swanson's been hurt. All right, whatever. I try to deal him anyway. What do you? We could try to rebuild Pitt. I'm not even a Cub fan, and I'm annoyed. Anyway, Cubbies, I say, dump Central. Angels, I don't think are going to be dumping. I think the Angels are holding on. They're going to say, you know what? Otani's going to hit 70 homers. Put fans in the seat. We'll offer him $400 million. If he doesn't sign here, hey, what are we going to do? We can't offer the guy $1 billion. We offered him, don't be the bad guy. I think he's not going anywhere. That is my now bold prediction. I wanted Tampa Bay. Now I'm saying he does not go away. Okay, enough about my little baseball rant. I got another rain coming up in a second. Today's picks here. So here comes St. Louis. Flanner, I mentioned him the other day. The guy's given up. He gave up 12 runs in those 2 games. He's given up 11 runs in his other 9 starts in his last 11. So 9 and 11, and he had 2 outliers versus I think the Nats and San Diego, maybe. Gosh, I don't remember the 2. He had 2 bad outings and then 11 runs in 9 games. I don't know. I think that's kind of good. Call me crazy. The Cubs, no. Nope. No Cubbies. And I like Steele. No, thank you. No. Give me the Natties here. 135 versus Wood and San Fran. Natty's hit lefties pretty good. Fourth best hitting team versus lefties. I know Wood's got some decent road numbers. The Nats, they come in and steal a game every once in a while. You know what? At home, it's come down. It was 145 last night. That's a 135 this morning. No look ahead lines, obviously. So we get a 10-cent differential. But give me the Nats here. Give me the Royals plus 175 here against the Yanks. The Yanks have dropped 4 in a row. I know people say, hey, yeah, Kansas City's terrible. I think Kansas City's the worst team in baseball. I think they're probably worse than Oakland because they have Witt and Perez and Prado, right? Nick Prado, whatever his name is. Vinny Pasquale at first base, big power guy. Who else? MJ Malone. They got some young guys. And they're still losing. But what they do is steal the game every once in a while. Took one against Cleveland. Take one against Tampa. They took a couple against the Dodgers. Yanks have dropped 4 in a row. You want only $2 with the Yankees? Cole goes tomorrow for the Yanks. I'll tell you what. I got Jordan Lyles going, I think, on Sunday. I might take the Royals every game in the series. That's how much I am not backing the Yanks laying $2 versus anybody. Red Sox over here. Cutter Crawford and Senga. Boston's been on a little bit of an overrun. And, the Mets had strung together a couple wins. I'm going over here, right? Boston at home kind of hits the ball. Senga's a little better at home than on the road. We'll go over 9.5. Brew Crew here versus the Braves. All right, Braves come back yesterday, right? They were down. They had lost, 3-4 in a row? That's why I was like, yeah, sure. Take the Braves. No doubt. Easy winner, right? They'll never lose again. Soroka on the hill today. I'm not loving it. Milwaukee's actually played pretty darn well lately. Pitching they've been getting in the last few games. We saw those 1-0 games, 3-0s versus the Reds, 4-3 here. Phillies, that kind of low scoring. So the pitching's been there. They get some timely hitting. Atlanta's struggling. I don't care that they won yesterday. Had to come back against a bad bullpen. Hey, we'll go Brewers small home dog here. Angels team total over against the Pirates. The 2-13 Pirates last 15 games. Aviado on the hill for them. Give up a ton of runs. I think Ross said today on the Winner Circle, me and Ross and Jesse, they're giving up like 6 runs a game in July. I said, that fits their record the way they've been playing. So I'll go over 4.5 here. Ohtani on the hill, they've hit the over in 6 of his last 10 starts when he's pitching. In 2 games, they scored 4 in. So right there to be an 8 out of a 10er. And a Ruby prop here, Mickey Moniak, the old Philly top number 1 baseball's top draft pick in 2016. Have a nice season. 11 homers, 33 ribbies, batting 315. Spent 440 last 2 weeks. 10-game hit streak. You'll get some opportunities today, Mickey. You're so fine. You blow my mind, oh Mickey. And a quick little rant. So, I came across my Twitter, and I don't like calling out other sites or people, but it's somebody that we've mentioned on here before. And in the comments, sometimes they mention how we steal the bag. It's like one of his little sayings. So it's a guy who's at that company. And he put something on there as like, my friend wanted to go out. And the first thing I do is check my app to see whether it was, I don't even know if he was joking. Like he has no money to go out. Like he's got to put a parlay in to. And here's the problem with these young people. And I'm sure there's young gamblers in the chat here listening to me. Don't bet, folks. And the comments like, yeah, I got to do the same thing, see if I go out at night. I joke, are you having fun? Or are you trying to win money? With these parlays. They are killers long term. Whether that guy was being serious, the comments are probably serious because they're just more degenerates. Nice. I don't get it. I do not get it. You'll see some of these cats at Bet Bash Straighten them out. They're thinking. Dave, how are you today? Good afternoon. I like one hit each parlay. Here we go. Another parlay. Contreras to Torres for a hit and Texas money line in a parlay. I just got done saying no parlays. I do like the Rangers here. 6 in a row. Heaney on the hill. You know what you're getting out of Gonsolin. He's going to go 5. He's going to give up 3 hits and a run or something. The guy is just pencil it in for him. I mean, I don't hate it. How do I not take a team that's won 6 in a row? Okay. The hit ones, I'm guessing that's Gleber. And you're playing the Royals, so you're thinking, why shouldn't he get hits off the Royals? Any thoughts on Twins, White Sox? Been on and rode a long time. Arizona Diamondbacks, my line. So I actually do kind of like, Joe Ryan's all right. But I actually sort of like the White Sox with Lynn here. Just because Minnie's coming back from the road trip. I mean, White Sox were in New York. I don't know, just the Twins are just such a bad hitting team. And I think Jesse had this over strikeout for Lance Lynn today. And I'm not a Lance Lynn guy. Obviously, he's going to be dealt. But the guy strikes out 6, 7 guys a game, even when he's giving up 5 runs. And the Twins strike out. I think 4th most strikeouts at home. No, 3rd. I forgot what I had said it was. 3rd most strikeouts at home. Minnesota Twins. I can't. I not even a run line. I mean, run line's plus 135 for Minnesota. If you're feeling bold to go, I mean, I wouldn't. Talk about a weird first place team. I mean, they hit 240 home, one of the worst hitting teams at home on the season. Bottom 10. I mean, listen, we can't really talk highly about the White Sox. The White Sox are having a rough season overall. I'm shocked they still hold on to their guys, but I don't want to lay 135 on or I don't want to take plus 135 with the Twins. I'd rather lean with Lance Lynn. Arizona, I mean, these are, it's funny you pull up like the Arizona one because I looked at it today and it was a 115 last night. It's up to 125. I want to say take it under in this one, believe it or not. I mean, Reds haven't been hitting. They had a nice run. Cruz has kind of come back to earth, which you expect from a real young guy. The one thing why I don't like Arizona is like you're off a kind of disappointing loss. And I think they're real. I think they're more real than Cincy. Little plus money. I don't hate it. Tongue Tied's in the chat, my guy. Premium fella. Thank you, Tongue Tied. Patty Higgs. What do you got here? Cardinals money line? Yes. Orioles money line? Sure, right? Brad, that was a 140 last night, by the way. What Brad is. Give me the hot bats of respectable starters on the hill. Yep. Diamondbacks under. Look at this. Even I agree. I just talked about that Diamondbacks game. I agree. T-Money, another premium cat in chat. Good to see you, buddy. Ugly baseball card. Yeah, I mean, I kind of like the card a little bit, but I know you like to just run up and ladder up some run lines, so maybe you don't like it as much as I do. Yesterday, all 4 soccer dogs tied or lost. Hit a big total. Giants are dead to me. Not to be like, oh, told you, we had the Reds here in the chat or whatever. Or we talked about taking the Reds yesterday. They're not that they're a bad. Like I like San Fran. Like I mentioned yesterday, or maybe it was another show. They're 28 road wins. I think they're tied for the most or second most road wins in baseball, and they're in second place. It's not like they're a bad club. It was just one of those spots for the Reds. Like, I don't know. It's baseball's tough. Team money, it's tough. Cash on the Orioles. Lost Twins live. Tigers 2.5 versus 5. Did the Tigers end up covering that 2.5? That was a 3-2, right? Stros minus 1.5, plus 136 and money line. That for today or yesterday? It's probably today. I saw a run line minus 140, so I'm guessing the Stros run line plus 130. Was that after they were down or something in yesterday's game? I'm confused here with this Astros game. I'm guessing that was yesterday when they're down 1-0. Is that what that was? Mrs. Hi, Miz. Thank you for saying hello. Appreciate it. Baltimore. Baltimore over. So here we go. Tampa. 5 in a row. And what is that now with them? Is that 3-13 for them now? Is that a 3-13 run for the Rays rather? Jays not much better. And the over 8 Eflin. You really like that over? I mean, Bradis has pitched well. Eflin's not terrible. I mean, the team he stunk it up last game against the Royals, but the whole team's not playing well. I mean, they're not hitting, they're not pitching. You think O's are going to come out here and club up a little bit? I mean, I like the O's. Total iffy on Detroit. Baltimore, but Detroit over the 9 versus Lugo and the Padres. I kind of like the Detroit Lennies today. I don't know if the Lennies going to pop into low. I kind of like the Tigers. 125 with what's that? Oh, he's minus 140. San Diego's minus 140. I'm sorry, 125 is the take back on Detroit. I kind of like Detroit there. Washington, I'm with you on. Got them here in the chat. Let's go Nats. And Cincy over at 10 spots. See, I kind of like the under in that game. Mike F. What do you say? Royals. Wow. Yanks have to win at some point. Yanks should sell then if they can't beat them. Here's the thing. They have to win at some point, but do I want to lay 190 today? And honestly, what's tomorrow going to be with Cole? It's going to be a $3 fave tomorrow? 260? 270? If Clark Schmidt's laying 190, what is Cole laying tomorrow versus Brady Singer? At least 280. I mean, I'm seeing early. I mean, that can't be right. 255. Who's first in? DraftKings. You want to take the Yanks tomorrow 255? This is, speaking of tomorrow's games, I think DraftKings, FanDuel, they have like the entire season of NFL up, right? And you know me, I like to snipe out these lines early for good value. A lot of these places they want to be first to the market with their lines, especially DK and FanDuel. Terrible. 255. There is no way that this is not $3 tomorrow. People bend the Yanks left and right. They think they're the Yankees. I mean, yeah, by name only. It's not a question. Can they beat a Royal team? They should beat the Royal team. They're still better. I mean, who's better here? I mean, maybe you want Bobby Witt Jr. Would you like Sal Perez at catcher? Sure. I mean, but how do you want to lay $2 on the Yanks right now? What is the live number on the Yankees here? I mean, wait. I'm trying to figure out why. I mean, Schmidt has not been bad either. If it was like 5 innings, gives up a run or two. He's not. It's not like he's going in there with like a 70 ERA or something ridiculous. You'd be like, wow, he's been decent. Minus 210. The Yanks are minus 210 right now. Minus 210. No way. Get out of town. I mean, I could get a 170 now with the Royals. I bet MGM. Do you bet futures? I was going to bet Texas and Southern Cal under the win total. I haven't bet any college football win total. I got a few I'm going to move on. I shouldn't say no. I did do a couple of things. I like the Rice team and Texas Tech to be a little shocker. Randy, if you're on, I don't know what channel you're watching. I got a couple previews up for college football, and I'll do more. I mean, I'll do a live. I'll do something like a look headlines type show where it'll be college football, and I'll tell you in the future. I don't know if I'll do it before Vegas or maybe one night in Vegas when I get back. I do futures. Not, I mean, college. None so far. Again, I'm what 7 conferences in, halfway done. Only a few I kind of really like. Not sure if I'm going to move on them. We'll see. The Texas one here, and I just did that one because that one's fresh in my mind. Like, yeah, you're going to be favored. I mean, you lose your running back, but let's be honest, they got some good backs. It's Texas. They bring these guys. They should win the Big 12. I mean, I'm not high in Oklahoma at all. You have problem is you got Sark in here. Like, when are you going to win something? This is it. You're leaving a Big 12. Can you go out with a bang? Was it 9.5 the total for Texas? I mean, I don't know. I think I kind of like the under here. Where's my Texas? Yeah, 9.5. Not loving it. Not loving it. Not loving it one bit. A little Texas Tech. You want to go over 7.5 Texas Tech? I can do with you. In the Pac-12, I haven't really jumped really into the Pac-12 yet. T-Money. Here we go. Here we go with some ridiculousness. Pogo money line. And Miami with Messi making his debut. Hammurabi. MLB just a home run round robin. Machado, Menzies, Bell, Riley, Suarez. That's a oh, what is that? A home run round robin. Is that all? Just a 5-team round robin and home runs? Like, if I'm doing a random round robin and homers, I'm looking to, you know what? I'll tell you who I'll take right now. My round robin random 5-player. Figure 5 guys. Let's see what we got here. Let's see who's out the last week. Okay, Manny Machado, sure. No Stanton? You don't want a Stanton in this mess? I do a Stanton. Cody and Arenado haven't been playing well. A Mookie in Texas would probably be worth a shot. A Wilmer Flores. Chas McCormick in Oakland. Oh, he's got a lefty on the hill. There's Joey Menzies having a nice little one the last 2 weeks. Who's on a 4-homer week here? Wilmer's got 4 homers this week. Chaz got 4 this week. Austin Riley's got 4. I mean, there you go. How about Riley in Milwaukee? And then you have Philly and Cleveland. If you want to go Schwarber. I mean, that's where I'm going. I'm going all the guys who are crushing it. Over in D-backs Phillies. Over in Diamondbacks Phillies and under in the Cards. So the D-backs against Cincy. You like the over there. I don't know. I mean, I don't know, Nick. Cincy's not been hitting that well. You want to do Philly over against Cleveland. I actually don't kind of hate that. As much as I'm a Cleveland under kind of guy, I mean, Gavin Williams is going to give up a couple runs here. We know that. Under St. Louis. I don't know. Why do I think this is going to be an over game here? Here we go. I love this. Sean Hicks. I love it. I appreciate it. I have my official first little, I don't call it a troll, but I love it. Thanks, Sean. Nick, over Rangers and Dodgers. Haney and Gonsolin. Huh? You like the over there? 9.5. I don't know. Seems high to me. Everyone on the Cards by line, but money's on the Cubs. Straight went down. I can't. I like Steele a lot. I do. I'm done with the Cubbies. I'm throwing up the white flag. Hi, surrender with my Cubbies. I'm not worried about the win ticket or the division. I think they're trade away. Ryan Pace says, don't like the Yanks. No, I don't like them. I won't like the Yanks all weekend. They are 210 faves right now. As I mentioned, the opening number is 255 tomorrow with Cole. That'll be $3 by the morning at the latest. No. How do you like the Yanks? I don't care how bad the Royals are. Yeah, Royals are a bad team. You think the Yanks are that much better? Honestly. I mean, they, what are we doing here with the Yanks? You've dropped 4 in a row. You're getting no hitting. They don't hit the ball. They're actually one of the worst hitting teams at home. You think they'd be good in their own ballpark. They're not. Here you go. At home. Third worst in baseball. 227 batting average at home. And you want like 210? Hoping to hit against the Royals? Ugh. Michael B's in the house. T-Money, you're kicked out of Bronx Farm fan. I'm done. Yeah. Hey, listen, man. What are they doing? What are you doing, Yanks? It's just bizarre to me. Because I was reading an article where they're like $1 million over the salary cap, where they're going to get walloped like 40% in tax. I could see them trading Gleber. They're going to trade Gleber and go to youth, try to get something in there, someone not costly, some rookie minimum kind of guy. I mean, they're just hamstrung left and right here. I mean, if you're a Yankee fan, do you think they're better than Tampa, Baltimore, Texas, Houston? Let's get out of the American League. Forget about the Astros or the Phillies or the Mets or the Padres, Giants, whoever. Are they getting out of the American League? Are they going? I know they're right there for the wild card. Are they getting past Are they getting past Cleveland? I don't think they get past Minnesota's pitching. As bad as Minnesota, and they have at least have pitchers. A Yankee fan should be like, you know what? Trade Sevy. And I thought the Sevy deal, I'm like, well, $10 million a year for this guy? He's not healthy. That's why he signed that deal, because he knows he's never healthy. I tried to trade Sevy. I mean, you can't get anything for Stanton, LeMahieu. Who's trading for that? Yeah. I tried to deal Judge in a second. I guess I'd keep Cole. You have no pitchers anyway. I mean, Montes or Rendon. Under Orioles game, Nick, I agree, yes. Michael B. 3-3 last night, Diamondbacks won 8th, leading lead. I know. Cards of Baltimore bailed you out. Yeah, at least, I mean, if I would have lost the Orioles on top of the Diamondbacks game, frustrating. Team, watch Royals win against Cole the way things are going. Listen, I'm going to take Brady Singer tomorrow versus Cole. I will take Brady Singer tomorrow. He'll be a nice dog. And normally I'd get the first number, which would, at this point it's going to be like a 220 because it's 255 here at one spot I saw. I'm not waiting. I'll wait to get a better number. And then I get Jordan Lyles versus Sevy. So I'll take Kansas City and the over on Sunday. I'm guaranteed a split at the worst. And if Sevy implodes, I'm 2-0 with probably going to be a $2. I mean, Jordan Lyles is what, 1-16 in his starts? Or the Royals are? Something along those lines? All right, Jordan Lyles, 1 win. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1-17, Jordan Lyles. I will definitely be taking you on Sunday. Yanks run line back home tonight. They'll be angry, motivated. I mean, are they going to be? Yeah, he has. Listen, I'm not going to argue. Schmidt has not been solid. He's been good. Run lines minus 102. Are they angry, motivated, or are they just like we're having a crap year? You know, why are they going to get motivated now? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is the let's? Why aren't you motivated during the season? Why is it a week before the trade deadline you get motivated? You're in last place. You're in last place. I mean, have you looked at the lineup, Mike? Look at this lineup. It's atrocious. Judge is the entire, and I didn't want to sign Judge. Let him walk for $40 million. Goodbye. Go. Go. Wait. I mean, Torres is your second best hitter. 263. IKF. Remember, everybody kills IKF. He's your second best hitter right now with Judge out. He's your second best guy hitting 250. Rizzo hasn't hit a homer in 40 games. 247. Bader, who I kind of liked. I was like, you know what? All right, I like Monty, but maybe Bader comes here and thrives a little bit. 243. Willie Calhoun. And these are your everyday guys coming in here now. Willie Calhoun, Higasaka, 232, 239 Calhoun, LeMahieu, 231, McKinney, 228, Bowers, 224, Greg Allen, 214, Trevino, 210, Cabrera and Volpe, 208 and 207, Stanton, 198, Frenchie Cordero, 194, Peraza. Can you play Peraza? 190 average. And Josh Donaldson. We keep rolling him out, though. Thank God he's out for forever. 142 batting average. I mean, how the heck do you want to bet on that team? I don't care who they're playing. That's a lineup you want to bet on? Your your leadoff hitter last game versus the Angels. Peraza, 190. Torres, your best guy, hitting second. Stanton hitting third, 198. LeMahieu, 230. Volpe, 207, batting fifth. Frenchie Cordero, 194. Bader. Higgy behind the plate. And Cabrera in the outfield, 208. I mean, that is what 280 million or 240 million gets you? And you want to get out of Dodge with that, man. No way, Mike. And I'm a Yankee guy. You know, I like the Yanks. But holy cow. Let's not play Andujar after he gets 27 homers and then let him walk out the door for nothing. We got Clint Frazier. We don't need we don't need to go after Bryce Harper. Nah, we don't need we got IKF. Who needs Correa? And again, Correa's not having a great thing, but you could have got him on the cheap. It's just it goes on and on and on. We will take a rebuild if you just give us a rebuild. Play the young guys. Play them. You DFA'd Hicks. Do the same to Donaldson. I'm calling the Angels, say, hey, all right, I'll take your crappy Rendon contract if you take Donaldson for us. Get some kind of, oh, my goodness. My head. I can't with the Yanks. James is in the house. Good to see you, James. Today's best card is the ugliest card of the year, especially for Friday. I do look for the Angels to roll, but maybe some women's soccer. Women's soccer. I was on with Gay Morrissey last night. I said take women's soccer minus the 6.5 goals. Get it done. Get it done, ladies. Michael B. I really don't like this card. I took Eduardo Julian over, or Julian, 1.5 bases, plus 150. 8-game hitting streak, 6 of those 8 games multi-hits, 485 last 30. There you go. That's a nice little run. Last 30, 485. Hold on a second. Who's this guy on? Let's go to the all players. There he is. All right. He's only got 20. It's funny how he doesn't make the cut here. Neither does Cody Bellinger. Yeah, Minnesota. 5 homers. 8 ribbies, 418 batting average, 23 hits. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Moneyline Markel. I feel with the Marlins 6-game slide. Rockets coming off a long stretch of home games. Now flying to Florida. Look at take the fish. Again, do I want to lay a 2-something with a team on a 6-game losing streak? And I like the Marlins pitching staff. I think they're decent staff. And here comes the ugliness of they can't get any runs. Problematic with their pitching, or with their hitting rather. I mean, and who would have gone with a bullpen day today too to boot? Well, I'm not looking to take Miami. What's the where's the Miami run line here? I mean, minus 120. I guess you want to do a run line. So it was minus 120. Tough laying a 120 with a team on a 6-game losing streak. J-Rock Women's World Cup. Sophie Smith scored 2 goals or more. Minus 110. She on a U.S. team? LOL Champion Series parlay team. Liquid and NRG. What is this? Come on. To Moose is showing about. What about Texas and Toronto today? I want to take Texas because they've won 6 in a row, and they're a little bit of a what is it? Pick a 105. I mean, is it worth it because they've won 6 in a row? I'm not a big Haney guy, but and I've said before about the Dodgers lineup. I don't love it. Why do I think this is going to be a slugfest? I mean, Gosselin's really good, and the total's 9.5. I mean, it's hot as heck. You want to look at some player props here instead? Really, Mookie Homer maybe. No opinion on that one. And the Blue Jays. I thought I said this yesterday. I was like, and again, I like Snell yesterday. Obviously, they can't win. I was hoping they lost because nice cross country flight. Now they're in Seattle. I kind of lean a little Bryce Miller here in Seattle just because it's a good spot. I mean, you're Toronto, Seattle. I don't know. And both teams struggling, middling kind of bunch. I would lean Seattle later 125, and the Texas one. I'm just I don't know. I'll look at a Mookie Homer, and I don't like homers. You know that, I'm more of a Ribby guy, but Mookie Homer would probably something I'll look at. T Money, come on, Sean, give us a nice 5-teamer tonight. Yes, 5-teamer. We'll take. So be all the big faves. We'll take Miami and the Yanks, and who else is big fave? The Angels and the Stros. You all easy winners. Steven Bowman. Good afternoon, fellow. Good to see you. I'm just doing the truffle shuffle, cash the birds. Yes. Do you like the truffle shuffle I brought up there? Ross had no idea what the truffle shuffle was because he started talking about the Jetsons. He thought I was talking about a cartoon. Cash the birds, money line plus 160. Yeah, I needed some Baltimore last night. Michael B. I almost went back to Baltimore, but Brad has been so bad on the road. Eflin at home. So lights out. Tampa got had to hit. Yeah. He has been good at home, Eflin. That being said, though, as a whole, the team has just been bad the entire month, right? So, not loving that. Not loving to back a team not playing well. And he has been really good at home. I mean, a .84 whip is like, here you go. That's why I sort of like the under. I know Bradish's road splits aren't as good as his home ones, but you're facing a team that's entire lineup struggling. So I don't expect them to come out here and really get shelled up a little bit. I mean, and Tampa as a young team, maybe I shouldn't even say. I was thinking maybe they're just kind of like feeding off the losses and just kind of in sulk town. But this is a team that's pretty much competitive. It's not like old school Tampa Bay. This is a good squad. But the Orioles just find ways to win, man. Crazy. Ryan Page got a little parlay here. Angels and the Stros. Here we go. 2 big faves. You got Otani and Framber on the hill. Does this come out to a little plus money? I mean, I hope so. I'm not And listen, I like the Angels here, right? Do I want like 190? I'd rather go run line here. Um, it was a plus 115 run line last night. It is currently Angels run lines plus 105. It's funny here because I want to say run line here. BetMGM has the Stros at minus 2.5, minus for plus 115, a 2.5 run line. Unbelievable. J Rock, I do pretty good on 2-leg parlays. Most people aren't as great as me. Lynn strikeout leader. There you go. Plus $7. Lance Lynn here versus Minnesota. I can get behind that, man. Minnie is a bad strikeout team, as I mentioned. I mentioned it earlier. They are number 3 at home striking out. They like to K. Who else is a big strikeout team? The A's. I mean, I know what Framber is. And Seattle's a big strikeout team as well. 1, 2, 3. Oakland. And it's Oakland 484, Seattle 483, and then it goes to 463 or 465 in Minnesota. So there is that. I mean, I don't know who else is a big strikeout pitcher here going tonight. I mean, maybe if you want to look at maybe a little Eflin, how are they always don't really strike out that much. Always are towards the bottom road strikeouts. Least strikeouts on the road, your Cleveland Guardians, followed by the Braves, followed by the Washington Nationals. Nats like to swing the bats, bro. They're not getting any cheap outs. They're up there like, hey, we're swinging, baby. Steve Bowman, underdog report. Here we go. Run lines plus 609, straight ups plus 366. So it has been doggy days on Fridays on the season. J-Rock says Goldie Homer against Steele. I don't hate it. Goldie or Ornato. I'm done with the Cubs. Done with the Cubs. Team money. I was with a couple bucks on SV Seta bad. Yeah, Seta's bad. 50-1. Who I think is a good shot, but it's still step up competition. What? Bill McDonald's. Matt's game of his life. Show me got Matt's 2 days in a row. 2 games in a row. Killed me coming into the break against the White Sox. Takes care of the other Chicago team, and I'm done. I'm done. Freaking Matt's. Nathan, lean under Rays first 5. Yes. Michael B. San Francisco's beat up too many injuries. Stay away until they get healthy. Wood is inconsistent. Better on the road. Yes. Edge in this game, second half. San Fran bullpen rested. Washington bullpen is trash. Yeah. But again, at a 140 mark, it's worth a shot with the Nats at home. For me, at least. I mean, San Fran's dropped 2 in a row. Miz, anyone see Henderson make a triple out of a single yesterday, first inning? Yeah. And that's like lackadaisical nonsense like that for Tampa Bay. That's why you got a problem right there. That kind of. And back to that. They rallied, they scored late, went to extra innings. But that kind of thing just kind of sets a tone. You can't be doing that crap. Come on. Brio, my guy. Good to see you. Bill says Marlins run line or so. Yeah, you'd have to do minus 120. I can't lay $2 as Colorado's not a good team. But how are the Marlins a good team? They dropped 6 in a row. Is that where you want to bring our money? Minus 120 or nothing run line, Bill. I agree. Nathan, give me a fish today. Marlins first 5 run line. Marlins first 5 run line is currently at a first game. Come on, Marlins. First 5 run line plus. Well, their minus 1.5 is plus 110. So I know you only have it minus a half. They have it here on BetMGM at minus a 1.5. So if that's 110, I know at a half you're probably laying a little more than that. But now Markel says, Nathan, that's what I'm looking at as well. Well, Marlins first fight. You're gonna probably, I mean, it's gonna be at least a 140 probably. J Rock Sark is still. Yeah, I can't. I mean, I like the team, and I think they should win. I'm gonna bet the over. I don't know. Big waves. How are you today? Should we be scared of Miami? Seems like the whole world's on them. Yep. Seemed like the whole world on them. Another team: Dodgers, Pirates, Mets. Well, I agree with the Miami game. I don't want to lay 230. So, are you saying you like the Dodgers, Pirates, and Mets today? mean, the Dodgers versus Texas, I mean, it's an interesting matchup. So for me, again, I would look maybe a Mookie home run prop, maybe a couple Ruby props on Texas. They're pretty good at home. Um, again, really no strong leans any other place there. Maybe a more stronger thought on the over. Pirates, I mean, they're 2-13 in their last 15. 2-13. I know people bet Otani. It's Otani. So that's why you look at the run lines, plus 105 now. I can't bet the Pirates. 2-13, no thank you. And the Mets. The New York Mets in Boston. This was, pitching change here was supposed to be Paxton, moved to Cutter Crawford. Sing on the road. I got the over here in the chat. I like the over. Under Giants game. I don't know. Because I think both guys could get hit today, Bill. J-Rock, Contreras Yelich needs to get hit. Oh, Christian Yelich. I mentioned that guy. He turns into his MVP form again. Too bad. Funny, I didn't think about the Stanton home run. Yeah. Jesus Sanchez, CJ Crone to get a hit plus 125. We're going a little Colorado CJ Crone here against Garrett, huh? CJ Crone, that's who the Yanks are end up getting, like first baseman. Let's go. We need a bat. We'll get Randall Grunick and CJ Crone. Big ways play today on the Dodgers. Gonsolin. I mean, I don't hate it because I'm not a big meanie guy. That guy's in Cuba. There you go. So glad my trip lined up with the Braves cooling off. The batter props paid for this trip. There you go. Yeah, they had a little losing streak, but you cashed when you had to. Enjoy Havana. Hope everyone's been hitting their picks. Well, I mean, you're living life there, sitting on a beach. Never been to Cuba. Miss, cars might make a last. I said this last night with Gay Morrissey on his Sports Grid show. I said, I like St. Louis today because I think the Cubs, with what we know what their management said about trading guys if they don't perform well, St. Louis has 7 of the next 10 games are against the Cubs. And let's be honest, I think the Cubs are going to sell house and the team's just going to be sad. And they got a 3-game set in Arizona. Even if they take one, even if they lose 2 out of 3, they could very well sweep these guys and go 8-2 their next 10. Maybe they go 7-3. Who are you going to leapfrog? The Pirates, right? I mean, again, it's a long shot for them, and it's tough. It's tough. You know how I was bashing St. Louis out of the gate. Wainwright's done. Free agency, not a good team. They're going to leapfrog the Cubbies next week sometime and be what? 5 games back in Milwaukee going into August? You think they're selling? I don't think they're selling. I think they'll buy. I think they'll buy a pitcher. I think they'll go out and trade somebody. If they're within 5, and I think they'll get into this number in the next few days. I think they sweep the Cubs here. Milwaukee's got a tough series themselves versus Atlanta. They could easily, lose all 3, whatever, get swept. Here comes the card drawn. 8-1. 8-1 to win the Central right now, St. Louis. Team money. Honestly, it might be time for the Yankees to do something selling. Yeah. Like, who are you keeping on this team? If you're a Yankee fan, you got a cinder block around your neck with Judge and Stanton. Can you trade LeMahieu? Maybe. Gleber? Maybe. Everybody else, I'm letting them walk out the door. Frenchie, McKinney, all these guys. Goodbye. I'm saying, you know what? Volpe, go out there, play. If we stink, we stink. Peraza, go play. Florial, come up, play. Wells, the catcher, come up, play. Who's the other kid? Peraza, Cabrera, Volpe are all the young guys. Let them play. Florial in the outfield. Not saying bring up Dominguez. He's 20. I'll let him sit a year. I'm bringing my young guys. Hi, Louis Gill. You healthy? Come out here, throw some balls here. Herman, roll them out. Clark Schmidt's, however old he is, I don't think he's that old. Montes and Rondon, injury-prone guys. See what you can get. Schmidt's going to be 28. He's coming into his prime. I know a lot of guys. It's like 23, young guys. I'm old enough to remember. You call me crazy. So many old cats in here. Wasn't like 27, 28, 29 supposed to be the prime years of like the best baseball from the guy, right? Uh, I don't even mind Clark Schmidt. Him, Herman, Cole, trade Rendon, let him go. Montes, Sevy. I don't care, Brito. Give me if you want to throw out some young guys, see how they do. I think a Yankee fan will be like, that's fine. We don't have $280 million payroll. We have flexibility. Maybe one of these guys gets hot. Maybe one of them turns into a superstar. We go out and make a deal if we have to. We could sign somebody if we need somebody. Seriously. Rizzo, goodbye. LeMahieu, goodbye. Donaldson, goodbye. I mean, you can't trade Judge or Stanton. Stankies. David, good afternoon. Rangers. Contreras and Torres one hit. I saw these earlier. I got you, Dave. The Ranger game, I sort of lean a little over there, and the hits go for it. Gleber against KC. It's a shame taking the Cardinals again today, looking like they're onto something. Listen, you just heard my St. Louis ramp. My rant. T-Money. I don't know if Judge is untouchable. We need to be heaven and earth to send. Why? Take heaven and earth to trade a guy who's 31 and injury prone, and he's getting $400 million. I really don't think it's gonna take a lot to get him. No way. You're out of here. Take a lot. I think the Yanks would pack his suitcases, drive him to the airport, put him on their private jet. Dave, any thoughts on Arizona or the Twins today? I don't like the Twins really. I mean, they don't hit. Back off a road trip. I mean, if you want to take a shot, run line 135. We've said it earlier, Dave. I don't know if you listened. Let's go Lance Lynn, strikeout prop. The guy strikes out a bunch of guys. Minnesota's terrible strikeout. Third worst baseball, I believe. That guy, 3 plays today. Red Sox, same game parlay. Here we go. Sox with Cutter, money line. Cassis a hit, Turner a hit. Against Senga, I don't hate it. Braves, same game. Acuna hit. Michael Harris and Contreras hits. Against Little Peralta. See, that one concerns me a little bit because the Braves haven't really been hitting all that well. I mean, and that guy, I'm a Michael Harris guy too. I like Michael Harris. I mean, I don't hate it. That guy says Stroh's run line or take the money line and add Velez to get 4 to 5 strikeouts on a milestone pick to raise it to the same odds. So I mentioned this earlier. I saw a Houston is a run line of 2.5 at BetMGM. I'm sure you can find 1.5 juicy because I see a 150 on other sites here. So I don't hate the run line with Valdez against Oakland and Sears. Bill says Mets against Cutter Crawford today with Senga. I mean, I like the over. That's what we got in the chat. I think we see runs. Red Sox over 9.5. That guy, I had to send some money back home and have someone I try to sign into my bet 365. No betting in Cuba? Why not? Looks like it's saving a lot of problems though because my brain's cooled off. Yeah. Sometimes you need a little break. Works out well. J-Rock, Yankees did to themselves by playing Judge. They sure did. Like I said last year, I would have traded the young guys to get Soto. At least he's 24, 25 as opposed to 30, 31. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd rather go to the young guy than the older guy. I'm not saying Soto would be any better than he is now in 230 or 240. I'd rather pay the young guy. Paying old guys. Have we not learned anything? Have we not seen this before with these contracts? Mike F. I thought it was Senga against Paxton. No, Paxton was scratched yesterday. George Wood, Boston minus 110. Sure. Atlanta, first 5 team total over 2.5 against Peralta. Atlanta for the game. Arizona. Okay. Boston, yes. The Atlanta one, I don't know. I'm just sketchy because they lost, 3 in a row, 4 in a row. And then they had 4 in a row and they needed a big comeback. And Milwaukee's actually pitched pretty well lately. So I'm really not loving either side of that. Whether I'm not saying I like Milwaukee, I'm not saying I totally hate Atlanta, but that's a no. Arizona team total here. Um, I don't hate it. I don't hate it because I think that the Reds they just took two from San Fran, but San Fran's been banged up, and before that, since he was kind of in the slump. So I'll agree with that one. Valdez over K's. 135 on the juice with the Valdez K's. Mm, 13, so it's 6.5. So 13, 6, 6, 9, 6, 5, 7, 7, 8. So I think it'll be close. I mean, he's off 13, but I don't know. Last time he had 9, he went to 6, so it's about right. They had him priced at 6.5s, and he cashed 3. Then he moved it to 5.5s, and he cashed a couple more. So they bump it up. A's are the most likely team to strike out at home, number 1 in strikeouts. I guess I don't hate that. Padres, first 5. No, I'm not betting the Padres. I tried that yesterday. Mistake. And Sunday, Ottawa, the Rough Riders, over. Big waves. What's the difference in the Cowboys and $1? You can get 4 quarters from $1. Cowgirls thing again. Big waves making cowboy jokes. Get 4 good quarters for $1. See what you did there, Big Waves, our favorite Alabama surfer. That guy, Yanks are 2-8 last 10 for a reason. Why are people debating on taking them run line when you get plus money fading them? I agree, man. That's and again, has it paid off for me this season? No, because you see my baseball record here. We got a loser record in the video. It is what it is. I just can't bet that thinking they're going to win because they're facing a bad team. They're a 500 club. That guy, line hasn't been confirmed yet on the game. That's why I say both those guys pending. Which side are you looking at? For who's this? For the is this the Boston game against the Mets? For who's pitching? Is that what we're talking about? Pitcher wise? I'm pretty sure it was Cutter Crawford. I don't know. I mean, MLB has Cutter Crawford. They had Paxton last night. So I'm assuming it's, again, you assume you're making A's out of you and me. Back it up, my guy. Good to see you. Note the Yankee front office keep signing Hicks checks while he plays guy for the O's. I know. Well, I mean, and I like that signing. I thought, you know what? The talent was there. Can he play? They played their stupid games with him. They had to get him out of town because he was doing nothing. He was just, like Donaldson. Some guys, I believe in the old change of scenery kind of thing. Kind of helps guys. Gene Gray, the llama's in the house. You know it, fella. We love the llama. That guy could be Crawford or could be Paxton from an hour or two before the game starts. Yeah, I'm assuming it's Crawford though because I thought I read that. Hold on. Nothing here on these sides. Let's see, Cutter Crawford. Let's see. It's weird. I got nothing. I mean, type in any of these guys' name, you just talk about the Red Sox trying to get a pitcher. Oh, I guess we'll find out. Guess we'll find out down the road. Steven, Yanks are downright awful. Donaldson, 15 hits, Stanton 34. It's paying them a lot of money. Yeah, well, the Stanton is just ridiculous. I mean, what are you going to do? I remember he came to town, uh, and I remember Will Hill at the meadow at the down the shore of Monmouth Park was like they had $100 home, $100 home runs for Stanton and Judge together. Oh, guys gave it Stanton Field. To say Dodgers first five plus a half a run there. I don't hate it. Again, this game I got no real strong leans either way. Slim Duncan, Baltimore run line here. Trying to get that big payday, Baltimore. Are you going? Hold on a second. Are you going Baltimore run line like you're taking a plus run and a half or minus 165? Detroit run line. Again, you're taking the minus 135. Phillies for the game against Cleveland and Seattle. I like the Seattle. I don't hate the Phillies here. I'm not a Gavin Williams guy, but the plus juicy Baltimore's, I'm not about that. I'd rather do a reverse run line. Houston run line. Again, 1.5 is about a 145er. Not terrible against Oakland. And WNBA. Oh, my goodness. Nick, how about the Jays money line today? I'm not interested in Jays. Seattle or nothing. I saw actual footage of Higgs doing Truffle Shuffle on Twitter. Yeah, it's on the Twitter feed, yeah. Jess. I'm not fat. Toronto or Arizona? Seattle over Toronto. And the Arizona game, I mean, I want to lean under. No side, I'm not fat. That guy, Boston has owned the last 6 head-to-head meetings. Boston, a nice. Are you talking head-to-head with the Mets? I know we're not talking head-to-head with the Mets, right? Is that what we're talking about? So we're gonna go back to 2021, and Boston actually has won 6 in a row. They beat them 12-5. Chris Sale beats, Taiwan Walker. They beat him 6-3. Eddie Rodriguez beat Marcus Stroman. And they beat him 1-0. Mick Pivetta outdueled Jacob deGrom. Grant Richards beat David Peterson 2-1. Martin Perez beat Steven Matz 4-2. Evaldi beat deGrom 6-5. Again, we're going back to now 2020, 3 years ago. Guy's not even on these teams anymore. But let's go with that. 8 out of 10 actually we could go back to 2018 where Rick Porcello beat Chris Oswald. So that's, they've won 8 out of 10, so they own the Mets. How can you go back a couple years when these guys aren't even on these teams? There's not a guy. Oh, Peterson still pitches for the Mets. The other 11 pitchers, 10 of the 12 pitchers aren't pitching on these teams anymore. Excuse me, 9 of the 12. Chris Sale's still here, Nick Pavetta's still here, and Peterson's still here. Walker's gone, Stroman's gone, deGrom is gone, Grant Richards, Rodriguez, Martin Perez, Matz, Evaldi, all out of the picture. I mean, you got to love that the Mets had Michael Wacha on their team. Come on. I mean, what are we talking about here? That guy. I know we've talked about that before, but come on. I'd rather look at, you talk about this year, yes. Boston at home, win streak at home, someone to look at, yes. Mets just bad, yes. Maurice, Cardinals never in doubt last night. I like them again today. I do too. That guy watched a single hit triple and was cheering it on so hard. Everybody at the bar thought something was going on. Yeah, something's going on. Lackadaisical play. That's how you lose 13 to 16 games or whatever Tampa Bay has. Plays like that. Did help with all the free drinks. Yeah, having a good one there. We having mojitos down in Cuba. Maurice, I'm also on the Brew Crew and Diamondbacks. I think a 3-0 Friday. I don't hate these. I mean, I think people are going to run to Atlanta because they're the Braves, but no thank you, Soraka. And I like the under in the Arizona game. Robert, I got the Dodgers game over 9.5. O's first 5. Like the O's again. How are we betting on Tampa Bay's lost 5 in a row and 12 or 14 or whatever heck they're on? And I do like the Dodgers over. Hot. Let's do it. That guy, I'm happy to see so many people picked up on player props while I've been on gone. Yeah, a lot of player props in the chat. People jump on the hit ones. They like them. I'm more of a ribby prop guy. Me, that's why I choose here. I had a passport for 4 years and haven't left Canada before now. There you go. Never left Canada and choose Cuba. You'd think, I mean, not that I would say like Vegas or Cali or Florida or something, Cuba. All right. J Rock. Messi debuts for Miami tonight. Cruz Azul. Is that guy any good, Messi? Michael, any thoughts on Texas LA? I'm sure someone's already asked. I think there's some Dodger love here. I kind of like the over. That guy. I know the Braves have cooled off, but those two are still hitting streaks. It's. I mean, I understand Acuna, Harris. I get it. Peralta isn't. He's what he is. It's not like an ace. And again, maybe I'm just throwing too much because I don't like the Braves because they have Soroka on the hill, and I'm thinking they're not gonna to win a game. But again, that's what I'm doing with the hits. That's why we do a player prop instead of a side or whatever. So I agree. Location thing from 365 gets triggered once you place a bet on it knows I'm in Ontario. Use that address. Isn't Bet 365 off? Isn't that offshore 365? That's in Canada. That guy. I love my Braves, but even I didn't back them to win. It's their players. Yeah. No, that's what I just said. I agree with you. I still place plus money. I agree. Steven. Hey, Sean Michael. Betts homer, Alonso homer, Tigers, Royals, Cards. Betts homer, sure. The Alonso homer, I'm not loving. I mean, how has he been? How has he been hitting lately? Any good? How's the wrist doing? I don't know. I got to pull up the Petey Alonso run. Nice. Hitting 204, Pete Alonso. Super duper duper. Another reason why the Mets are in the toilet this season. Goes from hitting 270 to 204 this year. Last hit a home run on July the 6th. I'm not running to do that one. No, thank you. That's not where I want to be. 1 for 4, 0 for 3, 0 for 3, 0 for 4, 1 for 3, 0 for 3, 0 for 3, 0 for 3, 0 for 4, 2 for 4 with a homer. No thank you to Alonso. Tigers, yes. Royals, yes. Cards. I like everything else. Maybe 4 in one day. 4-0 if you get rid of the Alonso. Steven, I think the Jays are sneaky underdog play today. Possibly. A little bit of plus money. I mean, I thought the Jays would be most primed to kind of sneak in and go on a run. But I don't know. A little disappointed in their games versus the Padres. I don't hate it. I didn't bet it though, Steve. Michael, you have a good one today. Take it easy. Tyson, Boston's starting Crawford 4-4, 3.74 ERA, 1.13 whip. So Tyson thinks it's official. Good to see it, Tyson. I haven't seen it in a bit. I messed up, but the Mets are 0-6. Not Boston. Yes. That's all right. I got it. I figured it out. I understand, bro. You're on vacation. You're in here on handing out winners. Or he's actually head-to-heads the coaching and playbook, something else. Here it is, though. It's Showalter, though. It's a new coach. He wasn't here in 2021. When one team knows how to handle the other team extended period of time, I don't just put that on players, but being better coaching. No, I agree with that. I mean, we see that in, I kind of like that in, used to be easy in college basketball before they rally up and change all these conferences, and Syracuse leaves the Big East and stuff like that. UConn goes to the American, all nonsense. You play teams all the time. You're familiar. You know the style of play. You know exactly what you're going to get. Like Wisconsin. Like, oh, here we go. Wisconsin. They're going to come at you, smash mouth football. We're going to play defense. Yeah, now they're bringing the air raid system to Wisconsin. Like, different happens. Coaches change. Crawford for sure, he says. That guy, last year bet 365 separated for Ontario residents. Okay. Can't make accounts on their main sites. Canada. Well, it's like Canada. I mean, you got your syrup and wood. That guy can't sign in main sites with logins for the Canadian versions. That's terrible. Steven, has Michael B been giving his MMA plays this week? I tell last week. Nah, probably tomorrow he'll come in with the MMA. It's Saturday tomorrow, Steve. Got to come back. That's how we get you. I tell Michael B, I'm like, hey, don't say any MMA till Saturday. That guy. Coaching change, but playbook stays the same in the offseason. You think? I don't know about that. I think you get a new coach in there, things kind of change. But again, for baseball, I really don't think of it as the playbook from the coach. Like, what are you doing? You know, throw strikes, make it out, hit the ball, score a run. That pretty much stays the same, no matter who the coach is, in my opinion. And you might have a better guy when it comes to having a feel for a bullpen move or making a move or not making a move. But to me, it's roster and who's playing. Like, I don't be kidding yourself. We come back for you. Yes, come back. Please come back to the show. Not just for Michael's MMA, but for me as well. All right. We're rolling out here on a Friday. Picks Brothers, people be aware. The football previews are just on the Win a Free Pick side of things. So be sure to check them out. You can subscribe to the channel, same channel. Same channel. But this is why I don't want to put on Picks Brothers, because I've run into Lenny's show. So I'm gonna say this going forward. Some midday monies won't be on P&P. You guys gonna miss out. Pitch around certain people, whether or not make someone chase. There's a few things that books. Yeah, but that's just like a generic. I mean, that's just all coaches will kind of have that kind of thing. It's just what coach is good at. I mean, they're just like anything. There's just better coaches than other coaches. But that guy, get on the beach already, fella. Come on, you rested up. Go have some eggs. Have a little bit of bread. Get out there. Have some fun. I'm jealous. I love the beach. I'm out of here.